Hello chocks and chockettes, there in between, Chocolo Roberto here for another video review, a special edition one. It's Cadbury Dairy Milk Neapolitan. Yes. Well, actually, you can get it in B&M. You get it in B&M if you go quickly, but it is an Australian import, so it's not actually a UK dairy milk product or UK Cadbury product. But yeah, you can get it in the UK, so I would definitely rush out and get it because yeah, otherwise you rely on import shops and they charge you about 3 times, 4 times as much. So yes, yeah, which I actually did. Yes, okay, but there we go. But less said about that, the better. I was yeah, I've already got it about the day before. It came out in the UK pretty much, so it was announced or whatever, or both. Yeah. Okay, so it's an Australian one. You will notice, yeah, now there's similarities between the UK and Australian wrappers nowadays. It used to be very distinct, the Australian ones. They had all this sort of, you can see that slight pattern in the background. There you go, perfect example of it there. And that is actually appearing on the UK ones now. I think the UK just launched this orange dairy milk. And you can see they've got the same pattern as well, yeah. So they're copying Australia basically. Yeah, and I think that's a good thing because I think the Australian ones are a lot more inspired. The flavours are a lot more inspired. For instance, you know, things like this. They've got loads of different crazy Cadbury dairy milk flavours and things, and just Cadbury's Dream still available there. You can still get Time Out. You know, it's just a whole new world. And you'd think really the UK being sort of, well, you would have thought it would be the epicentre of Cadbury. I mean, clearly not. You know, I have to say that, you know, obviously the quality of chocolate might be slightly different in Australia, but as in, you know, for better or worse, or tastes, you know, much different, you know, better or worse again, depending on what you prefer. But yeah, but basically they've just got a lot more stronger, interesting range, all sorts of stuff going on. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. So check those out. B&M's a great place for that. Well, you know, they come out every so often, basically, in B&M. They'll have a certain range and things like this. But yeah, worth checking out. I think B&M definitely a good store for imported chocolate, and at a normal price as well. I'm not sponsored by B&M, by the way. I'm just sort of at the time recording that's the case. So yeah, it's a good place to get stuff. Right, so there we go. So what else we got? Well, Neapolitan. Well, you know, Neapolitan, as you don't know, we've probably gone. I skipped ahead of myself slightly. Basically an ice cream sort of flavour really, or flavours. So it's a sort of, but yeah, it's basically a tub of 3 different flavours. So it's kind of vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate ice creams. Usually in a stripe pattern. So you know, it's sort of like 1/3 will be strawberry, 1/3 will be vanilla, 1/3 will be chocolate. And I think when I was younger, that was the only exciting ice cream out there. It wasn't really any of this Ben and Jerry's and Haagen-Dazs and. Might have had cornettos maybe, but they were very basic. You know, I seem to remember Neapolitan being the only sort of exciting ice cream out there. Maybe Viennettas were there. I'm not sure anyway. It could be just, you know, when I was young, I didn't really pick things up. But my mum just didn't buy too crazy stuff. But I seem to remember Neapolitan being the sort of the exciting one. You know, and yeah, and you do get it in many chocolate sort of representations of it, I don't think, but here's one. Dairy milk chocolate, dairy milk chocolate, dream white chocolate, so it's got dream white chocolate as well, and strawberry flavoured choc. So there we go. So I'm assuming it's probably strawberry flavoured white chocolate, but yeah, an interesting one. So it's got dreams. It's a bit like a top deck basically, which is another one that's still done in Australia. So dairy milk with a white chocolate top in the top part of the section, a bit like this. Yeah. So interesting, yeah, interesting one, yeah. So right, so you can clearly see there's not much strawberry. I think if you see that side-on view there, I think you would say it's mainly going to be dairy milk chocolate, which might mean it's too dominant a taste. I'm guessing that for the moment. I'm predicting that. So you've got the back of the bar here, which is quite nice. Talking about Cocoa Life. Cocoa Life aims to make lives better. There we go. The education and entrepreneurship training we provide makes for happier farmers and thriving local communities. Okay, because the equivalent of a glass and a half of full cream milk in every 200 grams of Cadbury Dairy milk chocolate. This bar is 178 grams, so not quite in this one. So it's the glass of, I guess that's what a glass and a half is. But obviously we don't get a glass and a half in this size bar. But fair enough, because obviously the smaller the bar you have, the less like you're going to have a glass and a half of something, unless the glasses are smaller. Proudly made in Tasmania. There you go. So it's dairy milk chocolate, strawberry flavoured choc, and white chocolate. Contains milk chocolate 51%, strawberry flavoured choc 29%, white chocolate 19%. So white chocolate is clearly, yeah, the least in there. So if you take the white chocolate and strawberry flavoured, comes to what's that? 48%. Yeah, is that right? 48%. Yeah. Yeah, so there's 1% missing there. So you've got 51% milk chocolate and 48% white and strawberry. So there's 1% missing somewhere. I don't know what that 1% is. It could be, who knows? Hopefully nothing dodgy. But yeah, okay, maybe it's just been lost in the decimal places. It's probably what's happened really. Okay, right, rounding up and stuff. Right, so ingredients: full cream milk, sugar, milk solids, cocoa butter, cocoa mass, emulsifiers, blah 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 blah. Milk chocolate contains cocoa solids 27%, milk solids minimum 24%. White chocolate contains cocoa solids 23%, milk solids 31%. Contains milk and soy, may contain wheat, peanuts, and tree nuts. Yeah. So I'm assuming it says strawberry flavoured choc. I'm assuming it's strawberry flavoured white chocolate. Because clearly, if it was milk chocolate, it would be difficult to get it to look pink. But you never know. You never know. Alright, interesting one. Okay. Yeah. And it also says here Cadbury believes that sustainably sourced cocoa does good for farmers, their communities, and our planet. There we go. I thought that was my fingers then. I thought my finger was over the top. I thought that was it. I thought just off the top of that. What's happened to my finger? But yeah, it's a cocoa bean. Right. Well, the calories for Australian products are given in kilojoules. Basically, they don't give you kilocalories or the. Yeah, well, they don't. I don't think so. Just because you have to convert it. It's pretty much a quarter. It's just it. But I will do a caption. There you go. So, servings per package 7.1. Serving size 25 grams, approximately 4 squares. 7.1, eh? Crikey. Yeah, so there we go. So we got right. So looking on the box on the right, there is on the left. There's a sort of more friendly looking explanation of calories, but we'll just look at the one on the right because it gives us both of those. So average quantity per serving. So we also got 567 kilojoules, 1.4 grams of fat. Oh no, 7.8 grams of fat, 4.6 of which are saturates. Yeah. So yeah. So there we go. So basically, a quarter of that is pretty much your calories. So we're talking, I don't know, 100 and what is it? 140, something like that. Is it around that 142? Yeah, something like that. As I say, I've done a caption. And you got per 100 grams down the far right, 2,270 calories, 31.1 grams of fat, 18.6 of which are saturates. Always forget that they put protein above the calculations in this one. There we go. Yeah. All right. So as I say, about a quarter. So about 550 calories, something like that. 550, 560 calories, something like that. 565 maybe. Okay, but as I say, I'll have done a caption. But yeah, I couldn't see any palm oil in this one, by the way. I don't think Cadbury Australia has palm oil in their dairy milk, so it isn't the same recipe as the UK one. So I was saying before, sort of hinting at the fact that basically you might not, even though the Australian products do have more an interesting range, this and the other, that it's not the same recipe. Yeah, so you know, it's, from my experience, not quite as good dairy milk, at least in my opinion, because obviously I'm used to the UK one. But there we go. Yeah, so there we are. Nothing there's much more to say. You can get in touch with them. So it's proudly made in Tasmania. I think I mentioned that before. Yep, so off the southern coast of Australia. I think it's the smallest state, I think. Yeah, more stuff on here talking about ways to get in touch. Malaysia, Singapore, I think it's got dairy milk, the glass and half device, and the colour purple are trademarks used under license. There you go. So they've trademarked the purple. Malaysia, Cadbury AU, Cadbury New Zealand. Made in Australia from imported and local ingredients. There you go. Yeah, Cadbury Singapore, Mondelez Asia, Malaysia importer, Cadbury confectionery sales. Malaysia, who's a bit M. All right, well, there we go. Enough said about that. I think we should get into it. Give it an open. So let's do it. Let's give it an open. Right, okay, once again, this Cadbury Dairy Milk Neapolitan an open. Yes, so yeah, first of all, give it a bit of a measure. So I got some digital calipers, but not quite long enough to measure the length of this one. So it's about it's probably about, is it about 21 centimeters? It's just about 21 centimeters, maybe. Yeah, I think we'll say 21 just to make our lives easier, but it might be slightly less, but I think it is 21 centimeters. Okay, yeah, so 21, so remember that's a little bit cautious there. So I've done about, how many have I done? 780 reviews, I think, at time recording. So yeah, yes, after you've watched this video, and click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I'll put a link to a place for me over reviews in the top right hand corner. Yeah, so once you've watched this one, hopefully you'll can watch those and enjoy them as well. Okay, so I'm opening it this way. It does say, it seems to say there's like a tear there option here, so that arrow. So I'm just opening it this way. So it says it's 21 centimeters. So let's see. There's a very much a strawberry smell coming from, a Neapolitan smell, I think you'd say, although I think that smells primarily strawberry, but it's definitely got it there, which is nice. Maybe it's been injected into it, I don't know. Yeah, so now it's 17 centimeters, so we've lost 4 centimeters there. 4, 8, 12, 16, so roughly a quarter of the bar, is gone, basically. Okay, let's have a look at it then. We'll give it a measure in a second. A bit melty today, possibly. Ooh. Well, okay. Well, we've got a bit of a breakage here, but you can see from that the really almost dropped it. Yes, you can see from that though that the it's quite solid white chocolate on there. You can see it's just layered on pretty well. Yeah, quite a lot of. Let's just take that off. Actually, the whole thing just comes off. Quite a lot of strawberry chocolate there, I think you'd say. You can see there quite a good amount of it. Yeah. Interesting. Right, okay, just to try and make the colours pop out a bit more, I've got this sort of chocolate divider that came with one of the Thornton's chocolates I did. So yeah, so let's see if that helps. Sort of see the colour of the. Yeah, there we go. Bit better that one. Bit of a. If that was there before, but yeah. Okay. Slightly, radically changed the colours. I mean, look at that. It's kind of, I mean, that's definitely not the right shade of pink that it is. You can see my hands a lot. Let's try it on this white background instead. There you go. I think that's probably a bit more like it. I think it's probably not quite as dark as that. Okay, I've done a bit of manipulating. This is pretty much what the colour actually is. So I say manipulating, I've just adjusted the brightness basically, and that's what it looks like pretty much. That's the right colour. Yeah, so I've had to sort of do some shenanigans. Yeah, but yeah, it looks very nice, doesn't it? So yeah, so you can see, yeah, so it's bled over into the sort of milk chocolate a bit. But you can see as well the thickness of the different things, and you can see as well it is actually some white chocolate from where it broke off before. So I've got the, it's actually layered on and things in a nice way. It's not just sort of melted on or dripped into the strawberry ice cream or anything like that. So it does actually contain a sort of separate layer of white chocolate. It's probably the same for the strawberry or the strawberry flavoured white chocolate, which is what I assume it is. It could be ruby chocolate, and it doesn't say it's ruby chocolate. I mean, it could be. Would be a good excuse for it, but it doesn't say it's ruby chocolate. So yeah, it could be ruby chocolate. That'd be quite a good excuse for it. Okay, so see how things look. It might say apologies for the colour if it goes all over the place, but fingers crossed it won't. So I'll give it a bit of a measure. Let's see from the sides now as well. It's quite flat at the side, which is quite okay. It's a bit more so you can sort of see it a bit better now. So you can see I've actually lowered the colour, but now it looks more normal because it's just when it's competing with the plate and things like this and the dark and the dark background stuff like that. Okay, yeah. So width is about 8.5 centimeters in width, and the height about 1.24, 1.25. Okay, and in between the segments, about 7.3. Yes, there we go. So you can see, yeah. So basically, you've got kind of a layer of white chocolate as well, which is quite thin. So the white chocolate, let's see, it was it's about 3 millimeters of white chocolate basically. It's probably about the same with strawberry chocolate, and there's a bit more. Yeah, it's about 1.25 centimeters. So 3 millimeters of that is pretty much white chocolate, and the 3 millimeters again, I'd say roughly maybe 4 is strawberry chocolate, and then the rest of it is milk chocolate roughly. Yeah, so yeah, it's like a it's like 3 millimeters of white, 3 millimeters of strawberry, 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters of milk, pretty much. It's a bit hard to tell, of course, but yeah. Depends where you measure. It's 5 in some places, and yeah, it's about 5 millimeters actually. It's a bit wavy with the strawberry. You can see the waves on the side there. Yeah, and again, might have to just adjust the brightness slightly. Show you up close. There we go. Yeah, so you can see the way it's quite wavy. You know, the different layers there, especially between the milk and the strawberry flavours, strawberry chocolates and the milk chocolate. About 5 millimeters with the milk chocolate, about 4 with the strawberry, and about 3 with the white chocolate. Okay, yeah, roughly. Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, so it does depend on whereabouts you measure it, really, if it's in between the waves or not. All right, well, let's give it a I think we should give it a taste. So let's do it. Yes, no, get the colour sorted out as well. So let's do it. Let's give it a taste. Let's give this a special edition Cadbury Dairy Milk Neapolitan taste. Yes, very excited for this one. Very excited. It's from B&M. It's an Australian import, but you can get it from B&M for a reasonable price. Yes, let's have a bit of a look-see, so you can see what we're kind of up against. Yeah, so there we go. So I'll just give it a bit of a chop actually down the middle of one. Didn't do that before. Let's just do it now. Well, in fact, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. So there you go, you can see here, this is what we're up against. These are the layers involved. It's actually quite a good representation of the layers there. I should have done that before. I didn't. Hopefully it's, yeah, there you go. Focused in pretty well there. Yes, there we go. So I think I was saying it's roughly 5 millimeters for the milk chocolate, 4 for the strawberry chocolate, and then 3 for the white chocolate. So let's just see if that's the case. Yeah, but 4 for the... Yeah, it's about 5 or 4. Yeah, it's about... It's almost 5 for the milk chocolate. It's just about 4, just under 4 for the strawberry chocolate, and about 3 for the white chocolate. So yeah, so I think if you divide it that way, it's not quite the same when you look at it from the sides and things. It's a bit more, as you can see, it's not quite as uniform at the side. Focuses in, hopefully it has done. But down the middle, dissected in the middle, you can see it's quite not bad. So it can depend. It depends basically on where you're tasting it, where you're checking it from, really. But there we go. All right, let's have a couple of cubes. Let's give it a taste. Let's do it. Excited for this one. Should be good. Looks good. Let's give it a go. Interesting one. Interesting one. I think it's definitely a typical limited edition, special edition one where it's, it's a curio. It's one that you like to sample. It looks nice. But I can immediately tell it's probably not one you'd probably want to keep going back to. I think it's mainly because it's just interesting, but it's not gonna. It doesn't blow my socks off. You know what I mean? It's I'm kind of getting a mix of flavours as you'd expect. But none of them really sort of standing out too much, I think the Australian dairy milk isn't as nice as the UK ones. It's definitely not as prevalent either because of that. I don't think it's quite a sort of weaker milk chocolate taste. I'm not getting that sort of rich, velvety, strong, sort of substantial taste you get with the UK version. Just tasting it on its own. It's definitely not bad or anything, but it's not there's not as much of a substance there as opposed to the UK one compared to the UK one. Let's just try these top 2 bits here. Strawberry and white chocolate. Not bad. I think the strawberry flavour definitely It works pretty well with the white chocolate, actually. It does work well with the white chocolate, but it means you're not really tasting the white chocolate as such. You're mainly tasting the strawberry flavour. Let's just taste some white chocolate on its own. Not unpleasant. It's quite nice, but it's not a strong flavour. So you're really getting a sort of real main taste of strawberry with milk chocolate and a sort of subtle white chocolate taste, which is perhaps what you'd expect. Let's just try this cube on its own without the white chocolate. Yeah, I feel. I didn't get a massive strawberry flavour then. I mean, it's definitely there, but I don't know. I think the chocolate flavour does dominate to an extent, but I think let's just try it as a whole, one cube as a whole. Yeah. I mean, it works quite well as a whole, actually. I must say, I was a bit surprised there. I was thinking, you can't really taste the white chocolate things, but when you taste it like that, where you take off the white chocolate, you definitely taste more milk chocolate than strawberry. When you include the white chocolate, the strawberry flavour comes out a bit more. It's a bit more prevalent. I think just because it's I assume, strawberry flavoured white chocolate. It could be ruby chocolate, but it doesn't say it's ruby chocolate, so I doubt it is. Well, it should be really, shouldn't it? It was a perfect excuse to have it, really. But although whether it really tastes of strawberry or not, it does have a berry-like flavour, so I can probably understand why they didn't. It probably costs more as well. But yeah, I think it works. It works pretty well, actually. I think the white chocolate does work well with the strawberry, and I think the milk chocolate. I think it's balanced quite well. I think it works better, I think, for being the Australian dairy milk rather than the UK one. I think the UK one might be just too strong. Yeah. You've basically got pretty much what you'd expect, really, and I think it works pretty well. I think it is one of those that's a bit sort of, as I say, a curio, a special edition one. You're probably not going to fall in love with it or really want it that much more than once, maybe twice at most. But I think overall, I think it works quite well. I think obviously you are getting less white chocolate than anything else, so it's not going to be a prominent white chocolate taste here. Normally, Neapolitan, it's an equal split, but with this one it isn't really. It's pretty much half milk chocolate and half the rest of it. So pretty much a sort of quarter, slightly more than a quarter strawberry flavour white chocolate, I assume, and then just slightly less than a quarter white chocolate, and obviously half milk chocolate, pretty much. And I think and that's I don't know what to make of that. I think it's probably the right choice because basically the strawberry and the white chocolate are basically white chocolates. It's just one of its flavoured strawberry. I think it kind of works, and I think it does when you have a cube without the white chocolate. You'd think you wouldn't get more of a strawberry taste than if you added the white chocolate, but you do because it kind of works with the strawberry. Because it's basically a similar thing, or it opposes the milk chocolate. It brings out the strawberry taste a bit more somehow, or at least that creamy side of it. So I think the proportions are pretty well done, actually. I just think it's just you're basically just getting a bit of a strawberry. You're getting a bit of a few flavours. A bit of a jack of all trades but master of none in effect, and I think that's probably technically what you get from a Neapolitan ice cream anyway. But when you have a Neapolitan ice cream, you can eat it in the proportions you want. You can just have a spoonful of chocolate, you can have a spoonful of strawberry ice cream, you can have a spoonful of vanilla, or you can mix them in yourself, and that's what's special about it. Whereas you can't really do that with this, because you're sort of, unless you really manipulate it or split it up or do what I've been doing basically, which you're not normally going to do. You're just going to have a cube of it. I mean, you could try and bite it in half and things, but it's a bit messy and it doesn't really work. It's quite difficult, it's you can do it, but it's it's a faff. It's not like it is when you're having the ice cream, and I think that's the issue really with it. It just doesn't. It replicates the appearance of the ice cream, but it doesn't sort of replicate the experience of tasting it. Because the way you can eat it, the way you can sort of separate it and eat it in the proportions that you want, either it's 100% one flavour or 50% of two flavours or thirds of three flavours or a mixture or any combination you like, really. And that's the problem with it. And I think it's just the fact that you can't do that without a lot of faff and and even then you can't really, because it's different proportions per cube. You'd have to really mess about to get it to be just the way you want it, and it's just not about that, really. And I think that's where it falls down. It just doesn't replicate the experience of eating the ice cream, essentially, and that's where it doesn't work. Because I say, eating the ice cream, you can eat it in any way you want with the different proportions you want, in any way you want, really. There's a myriad of different proportions or ratios to have the ice cream flavours in, whether you have the ice cream. But as I say, with this one, you're limited to being just the way it is, pretty much, unless you really faff about, and even then, it's very difficult. So that's the problem with it, basically, and I think that's why it's probably just going to be a bit of a curio and stay as a limited edition one. And there's nothing you can really do about it. It's just the way it is. It is, as I say, it looks the part. It really does look nice. You can, as I say, it really does look great. And I think that's part of it, really. It's just the experience of it, isn't it? But you don't get the taste proportions or the way it just doesn't quite. It doesn't have that novelty that the actual ice cream does. Insofar as eating it is concerned, for looking at it and the things and smelling it, so it smells great. It does smell. It did remind me of Neapolitan when I opened it. That sort of strawberry smell. That's the prominent smell, I think. It reminded me of it anyway. When I had Neapolitan for a while, but it reminded me of the experience of opening it. So I think that's the thing, really. I feel like I want to convey that in a better way. So hopefully it's come across the way I intended it. I feel like I need to say something else. I can't quite bring into words, but I think you probably get the gist of it, really. As I say, it just doesn't quite give you that Neapolitan experience that the ice cream does. Just because you can't, it's just not really possible. Because the way you can eat the ice cream as opposed to the way you have to eat this chocolate bar. So but it does, as I say, it does give you the appearance of it. It does give you sort of like the novelty factor. It really does look like Neapolitan-like, doesn't it? You know what I mean? And I think it's a good attempt at it, really. And I think they've achieved it as much as they can. And I think the Australian dairy milk works well because it's not quite as strong as the UK equivalent, and I think not quite as nice, really, but it works better in this one as a result because of that not having that strength of flavour. It means it's not negating the flavour of the white chocolate and the strawberry chocolate as much, And as I say, those two chocolates, the strawberry and the white chocolate, complement each other well. If you remove the white chocolate, the strawberry doesn't come out as much when you have a cube of it, if you just take the white bit off the top, because it's just, you don't have that sort of creamy white chocolate, which is basically what I assume the strawberry chocolate is just strawberry flavoured white chocolate. You don't have that sort of creamy white chocolate to work against the milk chocolate and lift the strawberry chocolate. So the proportions are really good. It's a really well done bar, and I think, as I say, it's just limited by what it is, a chocolate bar, and that you can't eat it in the same way that you could the ice cream, where eating the different ratios and the amounts, that you want with each spoon, basically. So rating wise, I think it's a good attempt. It's nice. It's not unpleasant. I think it's probably a high 3.5, a low 4. I think. It's an interesting one. I like the idea of it. I like the taste of it, the novelty factor of it, and things. I think I might give it the benefit. I would say a 4 out of 5. I don't know. It's interesting. It's not unpleasant. It's nice. But I just feel like it's you're not probably going to have it more than once. And I think for that reason, I'm probably going to say it's a 3.5 out of 5. I'm being quite strict on it there. I'm being quite strict on chocolate because chocolate, 3 out of 5 chocolate is an average chocolate bar, which is nice. Chocolate is generally nice. So this one it's above average. It's nearly a 4, but it's not quite that high. I don't think you'd really go for it more than once. It's not. I think you'd rather just have white chocolate or something. Another sort of fruity chocolate that's got more of a strawberry taste to it or whatever, or a berry taste or something that just conveys it a bit better. I think there's other chocolates out there that just do what it's doing better, basically. And it's nice. It's a nice experience. It looks great. It's interesting, but it's just not quite a 4 out of 5. It's very close, but it's a 3.5, I think. So 3.5 out of 5. Okay, so if you enjoyed that review, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the YouTube member program. I know you've heard it to death, but it's a great way to support the channel. It really is. And depending on what tier you pick, you get something back as well. Yeah, check out the Discord server. Leave comments are free. Always great to hear from you, and I do reply. Yeah, so hopefully I'll see you in one of those things or all of them. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. See ya.